between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Given 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dean Lowry showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, Sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Coming in to put a lick on it was Lavonte David.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Rodgers going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jadon Mickens deep for Tampa Bay. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As they've got it with a third down coming up. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And Scotty Miller, nicknamed the Scooter by Tom Brady. Small in stature, a late-round pick, but he has an excellent knack for getting open and a lot faster than what people know. He's hoping to become the next Julian Edelman for TB12.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Dean Lowry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on the sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady. Wide open, Gronkowski. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Check 45.
Now Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 3-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
You got him. You got him.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, 83 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field, but to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. On first down, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Charles, he was so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Just the one touchdown in that first half, 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Brady now on first down. Oh, he can't get away. Brady will go down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady going up top for Miller. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Dillon. Dillon a first down and more.
He juked him, and all the way down to the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
45. Mike, 45. Coming to you.
Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Second down and goal. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
To return is Jadon Mick.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
Well, that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 88 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, I mean, Mike Evans has been an elite receiver for some time now, and part of that, Charles, certainly what he can do once the ball is in his hands.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. On 2nd down, Bernard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He hits Adams complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a 1-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brady now on 1st down. It's Miller, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. To throw, it's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Working from the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Now Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Antonio Brown. 32 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It was JPP that time, Jason Pierre-Paul, who got in there to blow that play up. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now Rodgers, letting one go deep for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people got to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And give him a gain of 37.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Brady to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
It puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From way up at the 23.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, Adams, what a grab.
And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers looking to throw. This is caught. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Crosby for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors